Very good morning, students. This is our second chapter of the aspect of Extension 355, Entrepreneurship Development and Business Communication. So, in the very first chapter, we have seen the definition of entrepreneur, then characteristics of entrepreneur, then role or demands, we can say, and identification of potential entrepreneur. These are minor things that we have learned, or even key elements of entrepreneur. Then, at least I can expect from you that you might have cleared your understanding about the term entrepreneur, then some characteristic. है ना? So the person who combines the various factors of production, who buys, we can say, the factors of production at a certain prices, then produce a socially viable product and sell it in the market at uncertain prices. The person is called as an entrepreneur, and the risk taker, definitely he's a risk taker, but not a high or a low risk taker. He's a moderate risk taker. Then regarding the communication ability, then regarding the mental awareness, mental ability, then about the public awareness, about the secrecy, many characteristics that we have seen in the last chapter. So today we are going to learn about the entrepreneurship development. As if you remember, I told you, uh, as like the any speaker who emerged out in 10,000 people, likely this entrepreneur, he comes out or emerged in a millions. Getting, as it is very easy to have an idea, mental idea with us about the new enterprises, but actually when it comes to implementation part, it's quite no quite actually it is absolutely difficult. Getting, and the person who is the entrepreneur, that who convert the mental idea into the physical one in the physical enterprises, and actually this is the quite difficult time. So, as like our Honorable Prime Minister, as this is the Indian economy and we know the value of import and export. If you have a very good production in your country, then ultimately your import will be the lesser down, and ultimately it will add in our national wealth. So for that sake, the domestic or the development of domestic entrepreneurs is really necessary. For in that cases, to develop the entrepreneurship amongst the people, every government is always playing the important role, is always taking effort to emerge or to develop the entrepreneur. So how is the process that we are going to learn? But before that, is there any difference in entrepreneur and entrepreneurship that we are going to see? So concept of entrepreneurship, as I told you, economic development of any country, it is always depends on the availability of the enthusiastic entrepreneurs. If you have a very good, actually the concept is a different one. If you see in the Europe in the 16th or 17th century, the number of sellers were decided the national wealth, because that time selling the new areas across the world was the major thing. And that what either that Portugal or either Europe, Great Britain have done, they sail every across the world and finds the new and newer areas for making or for a what you can say, the raw material. Not raw material only, as they were getting some products. For example, India was the hub of spices, India was the hub of silk, so it had the great demand in the western countries. So what was the role of that British sellers? That to unite these factors or unite this raw material or product and sell it in the European market. For that, they were getting around 600 times benefit. or the profit. So actually, likely the entrepreneurs, availability of enthusiastic entrepreneur is the primary thing about of the economic development. And in that economic development, entrepreneurship is the important ingredient. So what is that? It is a practice of starting a new organization, particularly new business, generally in response to defined opportunities. Now, here is the key. The person who starts a new business, new organization, that means not any institute. It is usually, it should be a business and which should be emerged out or in response to the defined opportunities. That means who is the entrepreneur? Who defines the enterprise, who defines the opportunity first. So entrepreneur, enter before the ner. So the person, getting? Then it is a process of discovering, evaluating, and exploiting the opportunities which form a new business venture. He is the person who discover the idea or discover the opportunities, who evaluate the opportunity at his level and exploit it. Getting? So sum up, entrepreneurship is essentially a creative activity or it is an innovative function for a running enterprise. So he takes the calculated risk with confidence to achieve the predetermined business objectives and broadly coupled with correct decision making. As he is evaluating at his level first, whatever the opportunities, he finds the opportunity first. Getting? For example, this COVID-19, for someone it is a clash, for someone it is a crisis, but some entrepreneur will be there who finds the opportunity in this COVID. He will evaluate whether it will be fruitful or no, and then he will start his enterprise. Getting? So in like way, he takes a calculated risk with confidence to achieve the predetermined business. He has decided objectives first. Before start the enterprise, he know his goal, his direction very well. Getting? And in that case or in that light, he is taking the decisions. So at last, the definition, you can get the full and sound definition. So entrepreneurship is a process of creating something new with value by devoting necessary time and efforts. What is it is saying? It is a process of creating something new with value. As he finds the exploiting the opportunities, he finding, discovering, evaluating, then he creating something new which is having a value in the market. And for that sake, he is devoting necessary time, his efforts. At the same time, he is assuming the accompanying financial, psychic, and social risk. Yes, financially, as he is spending something in the market for purchasing the raw material, for purchasing the machinery. So, while purchasing these things, he is bearing a risk because he don't know whether that product, whatever the product will come out, it will sell in the market, will the consumer demand will be there or no. So he's accompanying the financial risk. Then psychological risk. He's himself, he just training his mental or the brain in the positive way. Yes, definitely it will have a market. So he's bearing the psychic risk and social risk because he don't know ultimate consumer is the consumer, the people, citizen. So he don't know whether they will accept it or no. For example, Maggie. Actually, it was a big risk because no one was knowing what will happen because it is RTS product ready to serve. As in India, it is quite difficult to accept such a materials, but it was greatly accepted. The social risk, actually compatibility. If any product, if it is compatible with the culture and values of the people, then there are the chances that it will have the acceptability. Getting? So he's assuming the financial, psychic, and social risk and receiving the results resulting rewards of monetary, then personal satisfaction and independence. At last, what he is going to receive, what will be his reward? His reward, definitely it will be the monetary one, because for that sake only he's taking effort. So monetary is a priming thing. But besides the monetary terms, personal satisfaction is really important for the entrepreneur. So he's getting the personal satisfaction, and at last, that the satisfaction of being independent. He is getting the independence to create something new, to create himself of his own. So that is the entrepreneurship. It is a process of creating something new with value by devoting the necessary time and efforts, assuming the accompanying financial, psychic, and social risk, and receiving the resulting rewards of monetary, personal satisfaction, and independence. Getting? Good. Then entrepreneurship development. Yes, it is entrepreneurship, something new, or it is developing himself. But how we should develop this entrepreneurship? So for example, for definition, it is a process of extending the firm competency. Whoever it is, what it is, extending the firm competency by exploiting new opportunities through new combination of its existing resources. Development, that is extending the firm competency. Getting, for example, you will see many firms are there who are producing not a single product. Now they are just involved in the different products. For example, you will get the parachute was just manufacturing that coconut oil, but latterly it has started to develop the scented oil. Many products they have started. Getting, so it is extending the firm competencies. Even you just can take the example of Maggi masala is there in the market. Yeah. So Nestle, it's a multinational company. You will just see in the chocolate, in the RTS products, everywhere you will find, even child food, you will see Nestle only, nothing else. So that is extending the firm competencies by exploiting the opportunities, that they are observing the opportunities. Yes, the child are not that much habitual to get the daily food. So it will like some new and newer things. You will see Cerelac is there, many that the chocos are there for the child. Different products are introduced by the Nestle. So they had exploited the opportunities, and they come up with the new combination of existing resources. Whatever the resources they had, with the help of that resources, they come up with the new product. And that is all the entrepreneurship development. Getting? Then concept of entrepreneurship, how it goes. So first one, entrepreneur is there, who is a person, individual. Then he goes for the entrepreneurship. That means when he goes for the enterprises or the enterprise establishment, that means his entrepreneurship is moving to the entrepreneurship. So that is a process of action. And at last he forms the enterprise. That means whatever the object is. Then motivation and entrepreneurship development, what it requires, how it is required actually. And because the entrepreneurship development and motivation, they are having the very close relationship. Unless and until you are motivated, you cannot do anything. Even he did not want to go to the enterprise development. Even you can take your own example. Unless and until you motivated, you will not study. Why you study in the night, in the semester examination? Because you strongly believe on one night fight. And that time you are fully motivated. Whatever you are reading, it will just go in the brain. And next day it will all wash out from your brain. Because you need a space for a new chapter or the new paper. So motivation is required. As for waking up early, for doing something, what we require motivation. So for how the motivation and entrepreneurship development are interrelated. So internal factor and external factors we can say. So internal factors, we can say educational background. If a person is well educated, then ultimately he will exploit the new ideas. He will have the new ideas even if he have a science background. Actually, these are the general one. Exceptional things are there, definitely. I agree. But I'm just telling the in general view. So as per the educational standard, the entrepreneurship development or these ideas get standard. Get it? For example, any illiterate or the hardly literate person who will think of having the tea corner. But in that case, if is any educated or for example agriculture graduate, then he will think on the some post harvest processing unit. So that is a difference, no, in education standards, because his mental ability is up to the T corner. But regarding the agriculture graduate, he has taken the education, he has studied such processes, so it is easy for him to go for the post harvest management or the post harvest processing units. So educational background, getting then occupational experiences. Occupational, if any person is having a great experience in the occupation, ultimately that means practice makes man perfect. Getting as you will see farming community, those are engaged in the since 30-40 years in the farming, so they have just come up with some jugaad, that means some innovations at their level, at farm level. So as per the occupational experiences increases, his ability to exploit the opportunities, his ability to read between the lines, as we say, it increases. Then his own desire to work independently. If the person is working in any MNC or in any firm, and he did not want to do not wanted to work in that, so ultimately he will think on the new business. So new business idea will start to come in his mind, and then it will give him a what we can say the force, we can say, or jerk to develop himself. Then family background. We say that the Gujarati people, the business is in their blood, and I should not, but still we say Marathi people did not or don't wanted to be a businessman. Actually, it's false one, because you will see the Kirloskar, the pioneer in the industry. Many people are there. Marathi peoples are Dada Saheb Phalke, who come up with the film industry. But family background, if you have a family background or the business background, then ultimately your ideas, your environment, because your environment really plays a great role. Getting so family background is the internal one of the internal factor to develop the entrepreneurship. Then external factors, assistance from government, as many times government come up with new schemes, self-employment schemes. So if government is giving you assistance, giving you a subsidies, then that potential entrepreneur will go for the entrepreneurship development or the entrepreneurship. Then financial institutions, assistance from the financial institution, that will again let the potential entrepreneur to go for the entrepreneurship. Then availability of technology and raw material. For example, in Pune district, somewhere on the bank of Bhima River, in the Rahu area, you will see the Jagri units are there, because there, first of all, irrigation facilities are there. So due to irrigation facilities, sugarcane is the major crop over there. So they have the two choices, either to sold that sugar cane in the sugar factories, or either to go for the entrepreneurship. So they started their own jaggery unit, which will have the very good demand. So according to the availability, the person who is living in that area definitely will think on the establishment of the jaggery unit. Getting? So that thing is there. Then desire to branch out to manufacturing. For example, if I'm working somewhere or even I have my own unit and I needed some raw material every time and I need to purchase from external side, and I'm understanding that my expenditure on purchasing this raw material is too much. So in that case, I will think on why I should not manufacture that raw material itself. If it doesn't have require that much machinery, if I don't require that much, for example, tea corner wala, है ना? Actually many business are there who are the working as the sub branches of the mother branch, and other factors of production, we can say many things, his ability, then transportation facilities, that all thing, the person or the people who are living or residing on the near to the national highways, definitely they will have the more opportunities to go for the entrepreneurship development. Getting? Even the political, you will see in the Telangana or in Maharashtra also, we have the MIDCs. If MIDCs are announced or even food parks are announced, so these are the motivational factors which give the struck, we can say, or the jerk to the potential entrepreneurs to go for the entrepreneurship. I think we should stop here. In the next lecture, we will start the actual entrepreneurship development process. Okay, so for today, it's better to stop. Thank you.